welcome to the second episode of Pokemon Higher or Lower. Before we go into the actual game itself, let's remind you of some of the rules. So you are actually predicting whether a card value is higher or lower than the previous card. Okay, so that value is actually taken from the top listing on PokemonPrice.com. PokemonPrice.com is actually where you find the history of how much cards have sold for on eBay. It's definitely worth checking out. So you score 5 points for a correct answer and 0 points for a wrong answer. And we are going to be looking at 11 cards in total. But you are only predicting 10. Okay. So you get 10 seconds per prediction. So once I ask you to predict whether it's high or low, you will get 10 seconds. Okay. So the first card we are looking at is actually the last card we looked at in the previous episode, which was Poliwrath Holo, which was, well, actually at the time it was $70 odd, and now it is $112.50. So it's actually gone up by quite a bit. So you're trying to predict whether Alakazam Holo is higher or lower than a Poliwrath Holo. Okay, you've got 10 seconds now. So yes, so Alakazam Holo, I don't know who remembers Sabrina from the anime series. Very hard for Ash to beat from what I remember. I think it took him about 3 episodes. So Alakazam Holo is actually double Poliwrath Holo at $234.06. Okay, so Machamp Holo is the next card. So is it higher or lower than a Alakazam Holo? Make your predictions now. So Machamp is actually a Pokemon you had to trade to evolve from a Machoke. So Machop, Machoke, and then trade, and then Machamp. Okay. So Machamp Holo, is it higher or lower than Alakazam Holo? It is actually half the price, or just about, at $129.76. Okay, so we are now looking at a non-holo, the first non-holo of the episode. So far, this is also the first Jungle series Pokemon. We'll also be looking at Jungle series and also Fossil series Pokemon. Okay, so unlike the first episode, it's not just base set. Okay. Also, just to expand upon that, base set is a base set series, not for first edition base set, and it's also not for base set expedition. Okay, so Victreebel, non-holo, higher or lower than a Machamp. It is actually lower. Okay, so it is $85. Okay. From what I remember in the original games, you are looking at evolving it with a Leaf Stone from Weeping Bell. Okay. So the next Pokemon is Tentacruel. Great Pokemon to get to beat the gym on Volcano Island, which from what I remember, is it Blaine? Or do I get that confused with the another generation of games? It might be. Tentacruel, higher or lower than Victreebel? Make your predictions now. So Tentacruel, I remember being very annoyed by the move Constrict, which is basically a more advanced version of Wrap, especially when you're trying to just get to Volcano Island and you don't want to catch or beat or whatever, you just literally just want to escape that Pokemon. So Tentacruel, higher or lower than Victreebel. This is another Fossil series Pokemon. It is lower, much lower, at $8.95. Okay, so the next card is actually Golem, another Pokemon you had to trade to evolve. There's also a lowland version of this Pokemon. Higher or lower than Tentacruel from the Fossil series. Make your predictions now. Okay, Golem. I love the move rollout, also self-destruct. In the card game, it looks at least it's worth 100, so you could probably beat most Pokemon with it. At the same time as sacrificing for Pokemon itself. So you are looking at higher or lower than a Tentacruel. Golem from the Fossil series is actually higher by about 5 times. So it's $40, Golem. Okay. So now looking at Slowbro, Water Psychic Pokemon. I think it went Slowpoke and then Slowbro, and I think you could catch it under a rock in the computer games. I think we're looking at Gold and Silver generation onwards that you could do that. I think they ditched that idea later down the line in computer games. And there's also Slow King, which Slowpoke could also evolve into, depending if you had a King's Rock, if it leveled for Pokemon. If you leveled for Pokemon. Anyway, higher or lower than a Golem. Make your predictions now. So yeah, Golem was $40. So what do we think? Higher or lower? Slowbro is actually only $1 higher at $41. Okay, brilliant. Don't forget to let me know how many points you have scored in the comment section. And now we are looking at Magneton. I'll be very interested in knowing what series this one is from. Okay, because I don't recognise the logo. And I tried looking on PokemonPrice.com and I couldn't find it. Anyway, but we are actually looking at the one from the base set edition. And is it higher or lower than Slowbro, which is $41? Make your predictions now. Okay, so Magneton. There's now a Magnezone in the later gen. Which you evolve. Well, please let me know how you evolve it in Pokemon Go, because I still haven't got it. It's one of the Pokemon I haven't got. I'm now level 39, just for a breakdown. Okay, Magneton, higher or lower than a Slowbro from the Fossil series. It is actually nearly 3 times as high at $103.50. Okay, we are now looking at the last 3 Pokemon. The next one is Dodrio, which is a non-holo, just like, actually, Magneton was a holo and Dodrio is a non-holo. So make your predictions now, higher or lower. Okay. Magneton was $103.50. Dodrio evolves from a Dodrio, hence like Drio is like a triple, and Duo is twice, so it makes sense. So yes, so Dodrio higher or lower than $103.50, which was Magneton Holo. It is actually much lower at $7.50. Okay, now on to the last 2 cards. So the penultimate card is actually Dewgong. And is it higher or lower than a Dodrio, which was $7.50? Make your predictions now. Okay, Dewgong has Aurora Beam and Ice Beam. And Aurora Beam, I remember being... actually, Dewgong was one of the only Pokemon to be able to learn that move or use that move. Okay, so... higher or lower than a Dodrio from the Jungle series. It is actually $32, which means it is quite a bit higher. Okay. Now we are on to the finale card. Okay. So what do we think? So this card actually confused me. I wasn't sure whether it was a holo or not. I think it actually might be a very faint holo. But anyway, we are going for the non-holo price here. From the Fossil series, make your predictions higher or lower than a Dewgong, which was a non-holo. Got 10 seconds. So Muck, from what I remember, is for you catch in one of the power stations where you catch Zapdos in the original games. I remember it was quite late in the game that you could catch Muck. So higher or lower than a Dewgong, which was $32. It is actually only $1 lower. Okay, so that was the last cards. Okay, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like. It's always very much appreciated. I aim to do quite a few more episodes of a higher or lower. Okay. Also, I'm always very interested in feedback, so please don't forget to put your score and also your what you think I can improve, etc. Okay, and I look forward to seeing you in episode 3. Gotta catch 'em all.